Hello and welcome back to Finish Total War Divide and Conquer, where we continue on with the Angmar campaign. Where we had left off, we had claimed Rosgobel, we had moved to take Eda Khan. No, we already did that. We're moved to take, in attempt to take Rockburg, and we've moved to take prepared to take Dornor-Hack. Also moving Skog, which I have done what some people might think is wrong, but just so we could get the Barrow-Wights in at least one battle before the end of the campaign. I decided to join them in with Skog's army, removing some of the weaker units that were more wounded. And adding in a couple Barrow-Wights isn't really a bad thing. It just means there's more diversity in the very end. I mean, in the end of the day, it's not like I've made it so I've sent a small army over here to move into Rosgobel so I could take this army out. Now that I wouldn't be able to enjoy doing. But seeing the Barrow-Wights in one battle in more numbers than usual is always a good thing to do. Besides, the whole reason I went to Mengelen all that time ago was to show off the Barrow-Wights. We showed them off plenty with Hoonvorn, but there's nothing wrong with just wanting to see the unit in action before the end, because I'm fairly certain if we can get a good few battles in, we can actually end the campaign on this part. And I haven't been rushing these out, but I have been recording them all so I have more time to think about what I should do for the next campaign. But of course, if you guys want to leave a comment or input on what you'd like to see for the next campaign, if you'd like to choose the faction, you'd like to choose like our main victory conditions, because as fun as it is to try and become the overlords, it's focusing on that makes it just too easy. You could just go for a certain area, where what we've done in this campaign, we focused on the Misty Mountains. We claimed all of the Misty Mountains, all the way down to Khazad-dûm. We had taken out Lothlorien, we had taken out Anduin, and now we're moving in to claim the regions of Dol Guldur. So becoming a rival for Sauron. And as fun as it would be to continue the campaign and fight against Sauron and all that, I'm fairly certain Mordor are so weak now. Plus they're being attacked by Rune and Can from behind. Gondor and Gondor from the front. They're not even a strong faction anymore. Plus we have to deal with Erebor, and Erebor are probably more devastating than Mordor. I know they are more devastating than Mordor. So we've got Morvatarth to get the Hunting Lodge, the Blacksmith, Dane's Halls, get the Dark Temple. No. Let's not actually do that. Rakiburg has the markets. I'll give you anything. Goblin Town, the Storehouse, Khazad-dûm West. Don't need you to get anything. Khazad-dûm East, get the Blacksmith. Limhir, get the Storehouse. Aknodiorn, get the Armory. Ardhelm is moving to Dornor-Hack, it would seem. However, I'm here first, so yeah. Oh, but they are being ballsy. They're running away from the dwarves. I don't see why they would want to, because they're rather weak. Or they're attempting to attack us. Either way, it's not happening. Just make some units that are more efficient against cavalry if they try anything. That's the best thing. That's the best I can do. When they prepare to attack, we prepare an army that's bigger and more effective against them. So as we're coming closer to the end, there's very little we can do other than just continue to end the turns until every region that we need to take is currently under siege. And those that will take longer, but are a lot easier to do, I'm going to auto-resolve, and that will probably be the one at Dor Lingvar. Dornor-Hash will be one I have to fight out. I'm happy to wait a little longer. So I don't think the army there is strong enough. I can't remember what that army is. It's Lagrat's army, isn't it? Yeah. In which case, it's best to wait and let them die a little more before going into them. So as I said in the last episode, or last part, I did state several different unique victory conditions that we could do, like the restoration of Numenor, which is basically every ruined city or stronghold or citadel, whatever they're called, that are Arnor or Arnorian or Gondorian, like Farbad, Fornost, Osgiliath, we will move into as we'll play as any of the Numenorian factions, and we will basically repair all of them. So that means we'd have to be all the way south in Gondor and all the way up in the north in Arnor. But obviously there could be other things like holding the key citadel, not the key citadel, the key capitals of the four factions. So that would be Dol Amroth, Minas Tirith, Umbar, and Fenas Druinen. Although, to be honest, I feel like it'd definitely be Fornost compared to Fenas Druinen when it comes to a faction capital. Mengelum making 666. That's always a nice thing to look at before the end.
No sleeping here. Get ready. No sleeping here.
Everyone's still nice and happy. Good, good.
Get ready for fighting. Oh, pick your feet up.
Do we move Agenau to Ostengil? Yeah.
Objective.
More guys could use some help.
We have completed an objective. Is that what you want? No sleeping here. Attack.
Ah, you are holding off for Captain Lely. I'm also going to say that's an effeminate name, but seeing that there's a panda named Lely who's a female, you can understand why I think what I think. Yeah, as fun as it would be to attack with Morholt's army, we've seen a lot of Morholt's army recently. Rohan, don't attack me, please. Be friendly. Be nice. Be gentle with me.
No sleeping here.
Otherwise, I will have to attack somewhere else, and I don't want to have to do that. Where's my other army? I have them somewhere. There they are. Hidden. Tugoth.
Come on. Objective.
I'm not sure what army is stronger. Without the generals, I mean. Probably Agenau's army, just because of the fact that it's more. It's got a nice balance of trolls, infantry, cavalry, and siege. Where Tugoth's army is just a quick setup of infantry, which is actually yeah. That's actually a good question. Whose army is stronger, Tugoth's or Agendaur's? Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units of trolls, 1 unit of Guardians of Kharndoom, and 6 pikemen and which one marauders. So they really are. Yeah, let's have Agendaur move to Brownbow actually, just in case Dornar Hash gets, just in case this army of incomplete cavalry. No, there's 1 or 2 units that aren't cavalry, but still, that's an elite army of cavalry.
Get ready for fighting.
And yeah, actually no, I forgot. Lagrat's army is meant to be versus cavalry. This is what it was to begin with. Was it his army that was meant to be British pikemen? No, it wasn't. It was Skog. Skog's army was originally anti-cavalry, but Lagrat's got some of those features. The Richron pikemen, the Rudauer pikemen. In Ithawa. Oh, there's Lord. That's the old Dane model. Okay. Oh yeah. they decided to give Foreign Stonehelm the old foreign model. Let's actually try. Nope, dead. Oh well, we tried. No harm in trying. End the turn again. So Rohan hasn't attacked us. Erebor hasn't decided to fight back yet. Yep, we're almost at the end now. And if it means letting this part last a little longer, I'm fine with it. Going to that. This campaign has been amazing. It really has been. It really has been a long time since I've really enjoyed a campaign as much as this one. The Lorien campaign came close in the beginning, but it just really trailed off at the end because Mordor became just an overwhelming force. If Mordor didn't trounce Gondor so quickly, I think we would have had... I would have been able to keep the Lothlorien campaign going a little longer. But because of Rune as well. Rune and Mordor just became too powerful. Too quickly as well. Far too quickly. There's a lot of trolls. Mifleberg has the markets. Got the Carpenter's Guild House, I guess. It's good to see the Elves of Lothlorien have stuck to their roots and remained our ally. Even through all of this. They've remained our friends. And I knew it. I knew they'd try it. I knew they'd try something. Sneaky dwarves. But they left Dorlingvar all open to be attacked. And you know I'm just going to auto-resolve it. That's the first good auto-resolve we've had in ages. Rebuild everything. Make the Shrine of Melkor. Resistance is futile. 3 more regions remain to be taken. One is Dornor Hash. Another is Ostingil. And the last is Rockburg. However, we're about to claim Rockburg unless the dwarves intervene in some way. Rohan, you dastardly... Oh, I knew it. I knew they'd do it. I knew it. I guess I'll just have to become the Overlord before they can win. 7 generals working together. This should be fun. Part 36. It's amazing how far this campaign has gone. I knew Rohan was going to attack us eventually. I forgot that they were allies to Lorien. I think that's the thing that needs to be fixed as well. Because that's the 3rd time now that bug has occurred to me that's actually made it difficult for me to make allies. First with Khazad... Actually no, Khazad-dûm was... We were always going to fight Khazad-dûm. There's no way to stop that. But it could have stopped the war against Erebor. Although we wouldn't want to have stopped it because then they would have won. It's how we got the war with Rohan. But this will be the last battle with Morholt and Drangu. And let it be a great battle. Even though it'll be very short. Like the dwarves. That's right. I did a height joke. If you don't get it, would you like me to describe it for you, or should I get you a box? Dwarven Lord of the Rings humour is some of the best humour. Especially if you get it. If you don't, it kind of doesn't make any sense and just sounds stupid, but I love it. You 3 charge into them. You 3 into them. You 2 into them. Oh no, you into them. You 4 into them. No, you 3. So there. already going into there. Trolls are charging into them, but I can't see them because they're so short. Come on, short stacks, where are you? There you are. I have no reason to still deal with the stiff beards or whatever else, the hell else is there. Charging to the backs of those Royal Guard. If this is to be the end, it will be such an end worthy of remembrance. Oh, I don't think you're getting out of this lightly.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
I think we lost more from charging than what they did. Already our superior numbers are starting to wear upon these dwarves. And then the sheer strength. Half the time why the dwarves just fail is because the AI just don't know how to properly use them. The first thing is to not just have an army of generals, because as good as like the Royal Guard to Moonzahan Nobles and the First Legion are, not First Legion, the Zenith Guard are, they're not exactly made for prolonged combat on their own. We need a good balance around them. They need, for the Royal Guard, they're the sword and board version. The Moonzahan Nobles are the aggressive version, and Khazad-dûm's kind of the middle, kind of in the middle. Although I'm fairly certain the Moonzahan Nobles would win the prize for who would beat who, just because they have armor piercing, and the other two do not, to my knowledge. But I know the Royal Guard don't. I can't remember if the Zenith Guard do or not. Oh well.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Oh, they've lost much more than that. They've lost their pride. And what is a dwarf without their pride? There's the first general dead. Goodbye, Foley the Fearless. Another general dead. Goodbye, Hergin. There goes another general. Goodbye, Cooley the Brave. And another. And another. Freya the Scarred. And Gimli the Scarred. Goodbye. So long, farewell, Avida saying goodbye. One more general here. And there's one more over here. Or unless he's already dead. Nope, there goes another general. Goodbye, Cooley the Scarred. And there's the last general in there. Farewell, Dewey the Honest. Oh no, there's one more in there. Oh, there's also another guy, okay. We only lost 88. Good. As I was saying, I met two of Elrond's people. They were hurrying along for fear of the trolls. Two of Elrond's people. But if it's two of them, it could mean... Oh, so this is during the Hobbit. Okay. I was saying if this is in the if this was a quote from the Lord of the Rings, it is most likely they were Elladan and Elro here. Although they're not the two sons of Elrond and even Arwen aren't mentioned in the Hobbit. I'm fairly certain. They might be mentioned very briefly, but not likely, to my knowledge. They're more mentioned in the Lord of the Rings than the Hobbit. And Rockburg is ours. Another region falls to Angmar.
We've destroyed the enemy.
Thought I broke the game, but no, we're fine. Exterminate the populace. I knew the Rohirrim were eventually going to attack us. It was just a question of when. And now I know when. We can't wait any longer. Turn 220. The last turn. Hopefully. Hopefully. I may still fail. There's no guarantee of victory. Although it is very likely. We still have to take 3 more regions, don't we? Nope, 2 more regions. Oh yeah, we just auto-resolved the one here. Oh, I kind of feel stupid that I sent the Barrow Whites all the way over there. Didn't even get to see them fight. Yeah, as good as this looks, the auto-resolve could just screw me over. So we'll fight it out there. I didn't build any siege equipment at Nostingil. Oh my god. How can I be so foolish? Is it more guys get out of the way? Let Agendour do this. Oh look, he's fat. Okay. I'm just going to hurt his feelings even more by killing him. Our last fight with the faction leader, led by another army with another army behind him as well. The dwarves don't stand a chance. Far away down in the Bay of Belfast, to which Anduin runs, it is warm and merry, maybe, or would be but for the enemy. As much as the Valesmen of Anduin are often those that have to protect. Well, they don't protect, they just guard the River Anduin and keep most of the orcs that come from the Misty Mountains or the Grey Mountains from besieging further regions. Yeah, just set everything up and prepare to knock them down. Okay, catapult, this is your job. Ballista. Do not do that, actually, no. Hit those King's Halberds. The Royal Guard will be nice to hit, but I know you have troubles when you're trying to aim at something important, so just aim at the generic King's Halberds for me if you'd be so kind. As the catapults destroy the gates. My ally move around to here. So they may join me in glorious battle. Prepare to fire. There we go. Clever girl. Oh look, there's some more Dale cavalry that have the full upgrades to make them look, to give them that those blue tabards. Makes them look distinguished, almost important. But who are we kidding? At this point in the game, they're no more important than the King's Axes are. Unique, yes. Special, no. So now the gates have been breached, our ally will continue to move around into the gate. I'm just going to have Agendour and his army just stand where he is and wait. Oh! Oh. So many oohs and ahs. That hit someone, yeah. Not too good, but good enough for me. The ballista aim at the ones that are closest to us, the Iron Fist Axes. An Oricani unit, for those that don't know. And then prepare the catapults. Fire! Did you just auto move or something? What are you doing? No. No, you do not move. Oh, they're shooting back, are they? I've got some news for you. Ballista. Aim at something, catapults, for goodness sake. You're watching our men die. Where's my general? Send them further back. Do not let those ballista touch my generals. Slow them down for a bit, I'd say. Keep them occupied. Ooh, oh. Oh. Disappointed. Move the catapults further up. You know, move the ballista to there. Move the catapults to here. Just really start speeding things along. Our ally has this in the bag. There's no way they can stand up to this many trolls. And witch realm units. And the soul swords. Yeah, this campaign has been amazing. Honestly, could not think of a way how to make it much better than what it has been. I guess No. Obviously, again, to show off more of the barrel whites would have been fun, but that's not the main thing about this campaign. The fact we managed to get the barrel whites at all was a stroke of luck. If I wanted to, I could pay the Rohirrim for peace, give myself an extra turn or two. But I think it's time to end this here and now. Oh, that was a nice shot to the back. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, look, it thinks they can go for the side gates. Let's be pretending to be smart. Come on, then. Come at me. See how long that plan works for. Because you'll regret it. I'll tell you that for sure. Yeah, looks like that plan did. They never learn. Go on, start fleeing back into the centre. Pray for mercy. And you shall be denied. Start throwing the heads.
The battle is very much in our favour.
Oh, they're sending the cavalry into halberds. I'm already upset. Send in the rest of the army. Oh, that meat splattering into the dwarves. Splattering far out of line. I have no idea how good this is. Throwing the rotten meat. I don't even know if it does any damage. Does it do any damage? Does it hurt morale? Must do something. Oh, I'll just stop firing. It looks disgusting. Look at that. A tide of pure darkness sweeps upon the dwarves this day. Oh, look, it thinks it can come up from behind me. Trying to be smart looking ass. Get back here and die, will ya? That's alright, charge into pikes, that's smart. Good on you, Dale Cavalry, good on you. As much as I hate to want to hurry this up, unfortunately we are getting attacked by Rohan, so yeah. This will be the last turn. We'll be besieging Dornor Hash, so we'll attack it while we still can. Good, let's keep that control, and victory will be ours.
Our men no longer command the city.
Yeah, that's their problem, not mine. I guess. Move everything in. There's no need to hold back anymore. These armies have done wonderfully. And that's the end of that general. Whatever his name was. I won't forget you. Whatever your name was. Ibun the Fat. Ibun. Ibn? Something. But yep, without their general, the dwarves are now no smarter than orcs in their attempts to escape to their centre. Fleeing as they go. Screaming like children.
They have lost half their men.
They have nothing left.
Our men are in command of the city.
And now this day is ours. Another victory for Angmar. And a victory none will forget. Congratulations, we captured a building. Although that's not the main thing we need to be focusing on. There's only this unit left of King's Axes. And then everything else is just dead, right? Dead weight or just dead? Oh, stuff still exists. Touché. King's Halberds. Okay, they're going to kill a few trolls. Let us carry on from a safe distance so it's not too laggy. Although it's still pretty bad. Done yet? How about this? The last time we hear that quote. Come on, men. Fight! Not going to hear that quote for a long time, I'm fairly certain. So there aren't many generals that have that voice line on their heroic ability, or special ability. Southward beyond the road lay the main force of the Haradrim, and there their horsemen were gathered. The Battle of the Pelennor Fields. And now Ostingil is ours. The dwarves left their guard down, and this is their reward. Utter destruction. However, we also let our guard down, thinking we were safe with Rohan. I should have known better. They already hated us for the fact we'd absolutely obliterated Lorien. But at the same time, if it weren't thanks to them claiming Limhir before Lorien could reclaim it from Dol Guldur, they definitely helped us. They helped us a lot in securing our victory over most of the factions we've won against. Stimulate the populace. Some more coin. 29 regions. Myfelberg can upgrade. Very well. We are the most advanced faction. And stats-wise, Khazad-dûm is still the richest faction. However, we come second best. For some reason, we're only 4% of whatever they have. Militarily, we are number 6, with Rune being at the very top of the pyramid. The Dunedain reaching number 4 in population. We number 1 in production, and overall, we are 83. Strong. We're the 4th strongest faction in the game, apparently. Although, if we were to continue, that would very quickly change. Resistance is futile indeed. Shadoon. Let's get that mining network you always wanted before the end. Angsul, yep. Edekan, yep. Although you can't because you're under attack. Dolingvar, you're making something already. Oh, those are just repairs. Yeah, those are repairs. Diplomatic information, we're at war, and Eredluin and the Odinheim have declared a truce. Oh, yay. Nice. Good for them. Good for them. Now, if we are to somehow not win by claiming Dornor Hash here, well, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Because this will be the 30th region, the last battle. Now, why do we not wish for some of our own kingsfolk Legolas? They have no need to ride to war. War already marches on their own lands. Here we go. The last fight. Yeah, let's not stand on pleasantries, shall we? I could put the trolls on the siege towers, and that's not me joking either. I could just do that, but I need them to send them into the front line so they can bash through the main infantry. There's quite a lot of them we need to deal with. With 6 units of trolls on our side, it's not likely we're going to lose, is it? What's this unit? A unit of pikemen I forgot about. Just put them in the middle there. So, pause. Really? I can't mount them. Where can I put my siege towers then? Are you actually telling me there's nowhere to put these siege towers because of these things? That is so dumb. That is so dumb. That is just so dumb. Why? What is stopping me from just wanting to put one of my towers on here? The Dwarven strongholds really do this? Or is this just a bug? Or am I actually missing something here? Already I've lost the enjoyment of what this last battle means. Because apparently you can't use siege towers or ladders on Dwarven strongholds. No, they're too fancy for that. Ugh. Pain in the ass. Just hurry up already. I know you're getting run over by trolls, but think of it from this way. Or think of it from this perspective. I don't care. Just destroy this gate. That is so stupid. I can't actually place siege towers on the Dwarven walls. Surely that is something that would have been bug fixed. Or is it designed so that you can't actually do that? And if so, why? Why would you design it so... when you're playing as a faction that consists of mainly infantry, you have no way of getting into the enemy base but by the gate. Because if you just set up a strong defensive line, which dwarves are known for doing, you just need to hold the gate with only like 2, 3, 4 units. And unless they have strong, hard-hitting infantry like the trolls, there's no way of beating them. That seems so dumb to me. It really does. And fair saying you guys would agree as well. I should be able to place towers on these walls. Even with those stupid design-looking things. I don't even know why they're there. What do they do? I can guess it's for design. But even I know a Dwarven wall would not have things sticking out like this. And Nosnod doesn't have things like this. That's famous for being one of the biggest Dwarven... actually, no, it's not. It's brand new and it's a thing that was added in to give a bit more variation, so that the Orcs and Misty Mountains were a lot less likely to attack Erebor at Erebor in the early game. Even then, doesn't do that very well. Just charge everything in, and then this. Yeah, those King's Halberds last forever. But unfortunately, not the rest of them do not. And that's an AFAO. Oh, they've got Beornings. Yeah, that might explain the AFAO'd. And just like that, the battle's almost over before it even began.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Yeah, the fact we managed to get so many trolls from so many different locations is what helped us through this campaign quite a lot, actually. Yeah, in fact, no, the whole reason we managed to win this campaign as quickly and be able to beat the dwarves was because of the trolls. At the same time, that's the whole point of an orc nation. You don't rely on your orcs for everything. You rely on you rely on your trolls, your big or other big beasties, or unique units that other factions can't get. Sorry, not that was very poorly said. Unique units that give your faction diversity compared to other factions to beat down on others, and just sheer numbers. Because without numbers, you're not doing. If you don't have numbers, you're not doing something right. That's all I'm gonna say. If you don't have a proper horde style army as the dwarves, you're doing as the dwarves, as the orcs, you're doing something wrong. This goes to 10 times more with the Orcs of Misty Mountains, because they don't even have any very strong, very elite units. Other than the Volks champions, I'm fairly certain those are getting taken out of some of the I don't know. I'm not going to say I know things when it's a possibility that they still don't exist yet. Or still do exist. Things are open to change. But this is one thing I can guarantee. We have now won this campaign. The Misty Mountains were crawling like anthills. Orcs were issuing out of 1,000 holes. The breaking of the Fellowship. As a noble dwarf sits to commemorate those that fell before him in one of the great battles of dwarven history. But this time he is kneeling in shame of the dwarves' failings in these wars. They started off so well, but they always left one thing out of the equation. We were always there. And so, with his defeat,
We've destroyed the enemy!
you have won this game. All your people celebrate this victory. Would you like to continue and gain even greater glory? Sure, just so I can show off the rest of the world. But yep, we have finally attained victory. 30 regions. You can barely see it, but that is 30. 20 generals, 20 cities, 10 castles, lost 9 battles, won 133 battles. I bet half of them were just small battles against small armies. The year 3033, turn number 220, and the last toggle fog of war to have a look at what the rest of the world looks like. So it would seem Rune is actually starting to push back Erebor a bit, taking Talathang, moving for Skarn. Yeah, Rune has actually started coming out their own and doing stuff again. Gondor has just lost all of the central fiefdoms. They lost Lebanon, Belfalas, Lasarnak. They almost lost Pelagia, but they still hold true to these 4 regions. They lost Henethanoon and Eastern Osgiliath, and they keep Calimbel, Longallan, Serelond, Kilithior, Anwelond, and Falaglondost. The dwarves of Erod Luin were not holding back. Neither were Imladris. They took Dunyard and Pregnas. And Erod Luin managed to actually make a neighbour of Gondor by taking Kadas. And Isengard was very close to the end. Look at that. Imladris is besieging Ginyard. The dwarves are besieging Derwath. Rohan would soon be at war with either Imladris and or Erod Luin, as Isengard would be reduced to 1 settlement. Then they'd be attacked from me as well. Although I'm fairly certain, if we were to continue, yeah, this border here is more than secure. Erebor lost. They came so close, but they lost in the end. We would have, if we were to continue, we would have to fight the Wooden Realm one time or another. The Ardenheim will continue to claim the rest of Gondor. Dol Amroth, I think, would endure. I honestly think they'd endure, and they might actually push back near the very end. Khand haven't done much, other than manage to take Osterfil. Currently they're just fighting against Mordor. From both ends, I think, as well. Yeah, look at that. Several armies preparing to attack Saragost. Same with Rune. So all this time, Rune and Khand, while they were dealing with other enemies on their borders, they had the strength to also fight Mordor. Good on them. As you can see, the dwarves of Khazad-dûm, although for some reason they're here now. I have no idea what happened to them. Yep. As we view our domain, Lothlorien, Dol Guldur, Anduin, the Misty Mountains, Moria, Gundabad, Dane's Halls, and then our starting regions, Karndum, Shedun and Litash. And then surrounding areas, the Essen Moors, Rålberg and the Borderlands. What a great way to end the campaign. And let's actually see how close other factions were to beating us. So as we reached 30, the dwarves had lost, were losing a lot. Ered Luin were actually catching up quite quickly. They could have beaten us if the campaign was to last much longer. And Thurso and Ered Luin could very quickly trounce us if they attacked Rohan and Gondor. Because then that would be a very easy way to claim the rest of the regions they needed. The Dunedain have just been standing still at about 16 regions, which is okay. The other 9 were starting to pick up the pace as well. They were definitely coming close. Canned they kind of lost the momentum. Rune, however, have been picking up very slowly. However, they haven't really been doing too much. And the only other faction, oh yeah, that was Erebor. So yeah, an amazing campaign. Great way to end it as well. So the next campaign, unless I don't hear anything, will be a Total War Linden campaign. I do feel like this will be a fun campaign to do. It's not much different from Lorien, to be honest. The units are quite similar. However, the main objectives will be to defeat Ered Luin, to defeat the Breedlanders, to defeat the Dunedain, and defeat Imladris. Claiming Arnor and Eriador for myself. Are also moving out against Enedwaith. Well, maybe not Enedwaith. I like Enedwaith a bit. But the main thing is to try and claim the coastal regions of Umbar and the elven port city of Etheland. I feel like that would be a very fun campaign to try and do. I could actually, and also one thing, if you guys actually agree with me and wanting to see this, would you rather see a short campaign like this was? And I'm not even joking, this was actually the short campaign requirements. Yep, domination completed. I feel like I think I remember the long victory conditions being like 80 regions or 60 regions. As difficult as that may be, if you guys would like to try and see me have several migraines and gaining anger issues at trying to complete this game with that many regions requirements, I am more than willing to try. And now me saying that, you guys are going to be commenting, yes, we want to see it. However, this video will be coming out on Friday, and I feel by then, actually, the weekend videos, I feel like I may not do anything for the weekend, because I feel like I've earned myself a bit of a break. However, I might bring out a video on Wednesday, just a separate video, just saying, like having like a poll kind of thing. Although I've never actually thought of something like that. Oh well, these will be things that I say now, but mean absolutely nothing in the future, because that ought to be done if I do. So I hope you all enjoyed this campaign. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did enjoy it as well. And I'll see you all in the next campaign. Farewell.